joining me. I am going to be making Phyllo Cups as well as appetizers that go in the Phyllo Cups. This is my first time for ever doing this, so this might be a how-to and a how-not-to lesson for you. So anyway, I do not make my own Phyllo bread. I buy it prepared and frozen, so I've thawed it out. And there's 2 packages in a box, and I'm bringing the 1 package of it to room temperature. And the first thing we're going to want to do is to preheat our oven to 375. Now I'm going to be making the Phyllo Cup fillings for feta cheese with veggies and herbs, and then another one with goat cheese, salami, and herbs. So let's start by making our Phyllo Cups first. Okay, what we want to do first is take our package of phyllo dough, cut it open, and one of our goals is to keep this from drying out. If I can get it out of the package. Well packaged. Okay, I'm going to roll my phyllo dough out on this baking sheet. And we need to work quickly, so let's see if I can do that. Keep it from drying out. I'll start by taking 1 sheet and laying it over here. Whoops, I tore it already. Laying it, oh, bummer. Oh well, how not to do it, huh? Laying it on my cutting board. And then I'm going to put wax paper across the top of the remaining sheets, and then lay a wet towel on top of that. That will weigh it down and help hold the moisture in. Okay, now with the sheet I have over here, I have melted 1/4 cup of butter, and it's supposed to be unsalted. I did not have unsalted, so mine is salted. And we're just going to spread butter across the sheet. I'd say I'm not working fast enough. I think this is drying out a little. Okay, next, I'm going to give me a paper towel. Let's get another sheet. It's tearing too. I'm going to lay that on this sheet, and I'm going to butter it also. Let's cover these back up. And I'm going to do this 5 times. So I'll come back to you when I have those all done. Okay, now I have my 5 sheets that have been each buttered and laid on top of each other, keeping my remaining phyllo covered. And what I'm going to do next is cut these into squares that will fit into my mini muffin tin. So I'm going to do about 3.5-inch squares. So 1, 2, 3.5. Let's take that from about here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. tell, I'm not a baker. I don't believe in exact science, and that's what gets me in trouble every time. I did have trouble laying all of my sheets down in the same exact space. So a couple of my sheets are not on top of each other. Some hang over here, some hang over here. But we're going to make it work. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 5 cuts on this. And then I'm going to make 3 cuts this way. Well, 2 cuts, 3 squares. Okay, now there's that hangover over here. Make sure I cut that. Okay. Now, next what we're going to do is put that into our little baking. Let's get so you can see what I'm doing. Made a mess there. Okay. So, let's pick this one up on the end. Not easy. It's kind of plastered down here. There we go. Got him. Okay, look at there. A little broken on the end. I'm going to put him in the cup, in the muffin pan. Push him down until he fits in there. Just about how I want him. There. All right. We're getting somewhere. Let's do that with all of these. Just letting some of those edges fold over each other. It's got a big fold. Now, what one of the recipes said was to bake these before you put them in to bake them, is poke little holes in the bottom to let the air out. And they also suggested putting beans in the bottom like you would with a pie crust to keep it from bubbling up. I don't have beans, but I have some split peas, and I'm going to try it with split peas, see if that will work. Now I'm making these for our Bridge Club's tournament. It's a duplicate bridge tournament. It's going to be this weekend, and we always have homemade food for snacks for everyone. And people will travel several hours to get to this tournament and spend the weekend here. Okay, I'm going to finish putting these all in, and I'll get back to you.
Just a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel. It is really helpful to me when you subscribe. Also, select the black bell so you will receive alerts telling you that I have released a new video.
Okay, so I've got all of my cups or tins filled. I'm not going to do the whole tray tonight. I'll probably do several more batches without you. Maybe I'll learn on this particular round. So let's poke holes in the bottom with our fork to make air holes so it doesn't bubble up. Okay, now I'm going to put split peas in. It's recommended to put beans in. We'll see how split peas do. Maybe I'll have split pea soup tonight. Okay, there we go. Now let's put these in the oven for, let's start looking at them after 6 minutes. Keep a close eye on them and pull them out when they're to the correct color doneness for you. Here we go. Okay, let's make our filling for our Phyllo Cup. This is going to be a feta veggie filling. Let's start by putting about 1/3 to 1/2 cup of feta, about 1/2 cup of finely chopped tomatoes, about 3 tablespoons of finely sliced green onions, a tablespoon of olive oil, about 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, about 1/2 teaspoon of dry basil, a couple of twists of freshly ground black pepper, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Now let's stir that all up. Looks good. Okay, I think it's been 6 minutes. Let's check our Phyllo Cups. Okay, my Phyllo Cups were finished. Look at that. That was 6 minutes and they were ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take them out. I need something to pour these split peas in. Just a minute. Okay, I'm going to take these Phyllo Cups out, pour the split peas out. Ugh, really? They stick. This isn't fun. How not to fix your Phyllo Cups. Do not use split peas. They stick. I'm going to go offline and work on this. Be right back. Okay, so I got those split peas out of my Phyllo Cups. Do not use split peas. Remember, I said this might be a how not to make your Phyllo Cups. So if you want to keep that from bubbling up, use beans that are a little larger and don't have that cut surface on them. Okay, here's a few of my finished Phyllo Cups, and let's fill them with some of this feta veggie filling. Yum, look at that. So there's our feta veggie Phyllo Cups. We made our own little Phyllo Cups, did not have to buy those pre-made. So give it a try, and I'll be back to share with you the goat cheese and salami recipe. Welcome back. I went on and finished making my Phyllo Cups, and I wanted to show you the difference. My next rounds I did not put peas in. This one I put the peas in, and it held the bottom down. This one I did not. And I don't know if the lighting is good enough for you to see. It did bubble a little, but not much. It's not going to be a problem. So you don't have to mess with it unless you want perfect little cups. The other thing I learned was I didn't have to be so exact with my Phyllo sheets. I could lay them on there crooked, they could get a little folded, they could tear, and I was still fine. Let's get working on our next filling for our Phyllo Cups. This is goat cheese with salami and herbs. And so I've already started cutting my salami. I'm using salami disc that are a spicy hard salami, and what I've done is I wanted you to see this. I've just sliced them like this. I don't know, maybe scissors would have been easier. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world to get these into these small bits, but I did it using the knife. I did consider the scissors. In fact, let me give a try with the scissors now, and you can decide too. So I've got my kitchen scissors, and I'm just going to snip it. Yes, that's much easier. It would take a little time, but it's easier. I can tell if they're the right sizes doing it that way. So I think I would recommend, after you've cut them into strips, do the next cutting with scissors. Okay, you don't have to watch me finish that. Okay, so I've got about a half a cup of salami. And then I've got 8 ounces of goat cheese. It's just a plain goat cheese. Let's see if I can just squirt this out. Here we go, that's working. Now, let's get our spices in. I'm going to put some garlic powder, and I would say about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to put oregano, and I'd say about a 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoonful. Let's make it 1. Mine's not coming out too easily. That should do it. Let's put a little basil in, about a 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm going to put just a pinch of ancho chili sauce. Maybe it's 2 pinches. Not sauce, ancho chili powder. You could use a cayenne powder. Let's put some salt in. And remember, our salami is a spicy salami, so we might want to go light on that pepper, cayenne pepper or ancho pepper. Okay, so let's break this up, mix it up together. Using a fork, trying to break down that goat cheese so the salami will get evenly distributed in it, as well as the spices. Now, I saw this recipe and I went back to find it and I couldn't find it. So I'm doing it from memory, and the recipe I saw might be different. But when I think about it, I think this is going to be good, so I'm not worried about it. But we'll give it a taste in just a minute. Okay, that's looking good. All right, I'm going to fill one of my cups. I think I'll put a little basil leaf on that. There we go, a little basil leaf. Let's give it a taste. That's good. I like what we've done here. So, there you've got the salami with goat cheese, our homemade phyllo dough cups, and we're ready to entertain. I hope my bridge friends enjoy this appetizer, and I hope you'll give it a try. Well, thanks for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this video, please come back and watch more videos, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Thanks again. Bye now.